If you want to see your future as something tangible, as something graspable, just imagine your own child. And if you want your child to perform in future and have a place that you can be proud of, just imagine of education. So education and your child together make your future. And today we have in our studio somebody who actually wants to make this future bright and brilliant, and doesn't want to confine it to Kashmir as a space, but wants to connect us and our children to global spaces. Actually, he wants to bring globe to Kashmir and expand Kashmir to the global dimensions. With us today is Dr. Altaf Lal. We're very thankful to you, Dr. Saab, for taking time out and coming to our studio, sharing your own story, which is an example in itself, and also the ideas that you have sort of cherished all these years, and now you want to fructify them in terms of the efforts and in terms of the initiative that you have taken. Viewers, I must tell you that this conversation, it is a freewheeling conversation. We'll not just confine to one language. Maybe we'll go to Urdu and then our own Kashmiri. So you'll find it very intimate. You'll find it very warm discussion. So over to Altaf Saab. Dr. Saab, just tell us first about your own connections with the valley, and how you went on and then became a scientist who is recognized in the global space. Dr. Saab.
महमूद साहब, पहले तो बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया.
Welcome.
तो करो साल, तो चोनोस चाय, बिस्किट खाने. I'm a Kashmiri, and like any other Kashmiri who leaves Kashmir, Kashmir never leaves him or her. आपकी जो मोहब्बत होती है, आपके जो वैल्यू सिस्टम है, मैं आप कह रहा हूं क्योंकि वो आप बड़ा ग्लोबल आप है. यहाँ का बच्चा जो है, यहाँ का जो स्टूडेंट है, माशाल्लाह बड़ा केपेबल स्टूडेंट. मुझे अपना याद है एसपी कॉलेज के दिन, एंड आई विल गो बैक बिफोर एसपी कॉलेज. अशोस आसना क्लास फेलो अजीज अहमद उस तमिस नाम सोस गामुक है. तमिस ओस तगां हर कहाँ चीज़. उसकी हैंड राइटिंग माशाल्लाह बहुत अच्छी थी. सो आई वुड पे अटेंशन टू टीचर. एट द सेम टाइम आई वाज ऑलवेज पेइंग अटेंशन टू अजीज साहब, क्योंकि वो मेरे दूसरे टीचर थे. मिसेस ने पता ऐसे ख्वाजबाद रोजान. And that place is still something that defines us. And that place is something that refines us, the whole family. मैंने कश्मीर यूनिवर्सिटी में पढ़ा, मैंने एसपी कॉलेज में पढ़ा, फिर मैं मास्टर्स करने लखनऊ गया, बायोकेमिस्ट्री में वहीं पे पीएचडी की.
Kashmir University में कोतत पाएंगे तुम education. What was your discipline there?
So it's an interesting story. So all respect to my then teachers in Kashmir and my friends. मैंने BSc ऑनर्स किया बॉटनी में. Then, as was the case then, and perhaps maybe still somehow, you submit the forms with the botany was MSc. So torum ne fikri zade kiya. Why are you giving me in botany? Simply because I was honors in.
So they did a choice for you.
They did the choice for me. मैंने BSc ऑनर्स इसलिए की बॉटनी में कि खाली बॉटनी में ही ऑनर्स देते थे उन दिनों. जो उसने कुछ सब्जेक्ट्स
ऑनर्स
सो ऑनर्स के आसान. I must have been persistent. पोस्ट सूजस zoology, वो भी समझ नहीं आई. पात सूजस केमिस्ट्री थोड़ी समझ आने लग गई, मगर वहाँ पे एक डिस्कनेक्ट हो गया मेरे साथ. एंड दिस इज कम्युनिकेटिंग टू टीचर्स नाउ. अख ओसस टीचर वो जो पढ़ाने आते थे, उनकी नोट्स कागज के पीले हो गए थे. मैं तो खुदाया ये क्या चीज़ पढ़ना हुआ, सफ़ेद से पीला हो गया पूरा. तो कम से कम 5-6 साल पुरानी नोट लिखे हैं.
एग्जैक्टली.
तो मुन्ना से ये तुझ नहीं, पहुंच गया मैं लखनऊ बायोकेमिस्ट्री करने के लिए. इट वाज केमिस्ट्री ऑफ द बॉडी, बायोलॉजी समझ आने लग गया.
It was a new subject then, almost.
It was emerging. It was, and Lucknow was kind of one of the premier places of doing biochemistry. And then Lucknow University के बगल में Central Drug Research Institute था, वहाँ पे PhD की. From there I went to National Institutes of Health in the US. For first postdoc, वहाँ से मैं Centers for Disease Control
And how did that happen? Because these days one can understand that you are globally connected, but in those years, getting a connection to US and then moving
Interesting.
out.
Cheetah's stage.
अच्छा.
So we'll write formally letters. 10-15 रुपए की स्टैम्प भी लगती थी, और वो दिन तो माशाल्लाह 10 रुपए बहुत होते थे. So we had to wisely send letters कि कहाँ लिखें, कहाँ भेजें. But fortunately, there was a warm reception from someone who's a premier scientist, Edward Cohen. He wrote back, "Come and join us," and I went there. फिर एक इत्तेफाक की बात है, जीपी तलवार एक इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ इम्यूनोलॉजी, नेशनल इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ इम्यूनोलॉजी के डायरेक्टर होते थे. वो आए NIH सबैटिकल पे. तो वो दो भी क्या चुकी पारान, ये क्या चुका रहा. It has no relevance to developing world. It has no relevance to tropical world. And that kind of triggered a thinking in me कि कुछ ऐसा काम करते हैं जिसकी कुछ public health relevance. So that started my career in malaria actually. And that career has stayed with me on malaria to date. I'm retired, but I'm not retired. I continue working on malaria programs in India, outside India, in South Asia and around the world. So
Here I must tell my viewers that Dr. Altaf Lal is a name in the global space when it comes to immunization, to vaccination, to fighting these infectious diseases, and his credentials as a scientist are not just established. You speak to anyone in the space and he will refer to Dr. Altaf Lal. And we are going to talk about that also. And here I must add that Dr. Altaf Saab has taken a wonderful initiative of bringing all that expertise here by establishing Kashmir Care Foundation and also Kashmir Global Connect. We'll talk about that later, but first this part of this immunization and vaccination and all that.
Yeah, so malaria में काम करते करते we my lab at that time went into understanding what is natural immunity. Certain people above certain age are protected from malaria, right? 5 ؤری پتہٕ چھُنہٕ تیوٗتاہ infection گژھان Africa's منٛز. So we tried to understand how do you and I become naturally immune and our 2-year-old is not. That became the basis for designing some constructs that could be potential malaria vaccine candidates. It was the time when I had active collaborations in Kenya. We had collaborative programs in Brazil, Papua New Guinea, India. So it was truly a global enterprise. So I think महमूद साहब ये भी होता है, जो आप कुछ काम कर रहे होते हैं ना किसी और चीज़ पे, अगर बान छलान you figure out सुन रहा होते हैं. अगर सुन चरानान बान छालन ते हेचाने इंसान बान. तो I think you brought Kashmir Care Foundation and Global Connect. I think these are outcomes of what I did professionally in science. ये खुदा सुन बरकत. You are बान छलान सुन ते तगार आनंद बात. And by the way, I'm a good cook too. 3 नफरन कहते हैं कि बात रहने ठीक पे so सीन ते है ठीक पे रहने. So
that is one way of taking care of Kashmir.
Kashmir Care Foundation was an extension of so many thoughts and thought processes. आप जैसे लोगों से बात की, यहाँ पे काफ़ी people who are better than me, who are intellectually superior than me, who have a line of sight better than me. तो हमने फैमिली में डिसीजन लिया कि rather than supporting इस organization को उस organization, which we still do, let us create an organization that would look holistically. It wouldn't have funding constraints क्योंकि family fund कर रही है इसे. So I'm thankful to my children and my wife who don't ask me.
Actually, we are thankful to them.
Who don't ask me कि कुता पोस्ट करो खारिज.
And I'm very serious when we say that we are thankful, because unless you have this element of gratitude in you don't deserve actually anything.
That's so nice.
Convey our thanks to all your family.
Thank you so much. Thank you. So I was talking to my wife earlier today. Haswana kya karu, kuta karu, kitken karu. I think this giving comes because I have giving kids, and family needs that. So फिर हमने सोचा कि फाउंडेशन तो बढ़ा दी, चार्टर है, हेल्थ, एजुकेशन, सोशल साइंसेस, देन व्हाट डू वी नेक्स्ट? दुकान आपने खोल दी, दुकान में शेल्फ है, शेल्फ में क्या डालना है आप? एंड मैं पढ़ रहा था कहीं पे, तो And I kept on thinking, now why don't we connect us? Connect us internally, connect us externally. तो मैंने लोगों से बात करनी शुरू कर दी. And given my background, मैं जब भी बात करता हूँ मैं वो लिख के करता हूँ ताकि मुझे पहले क्लैरिटी हो जाए मैं क्या करना चाहता हूँ, मैं क्या कहना चाहता हूँ. तो मैंने एक 7-8 पेज का एक पॉलिसी पोजीशन बना दिया. ये है कि करिए कश्मीर केयर फाउंडेशन, दिस कुड बी द कॉन्टूर्स ऑफ कश्मीर ग्लोबल कनेक्ट. तो मैंने बहुत लोगों को भेजा. वो हमारी बात हो रही थी वासिल साहब का, उनको भी ही हेल्प मी ट्रेमेंडसली. पता दोप में कि ये हैकन वो काम कुछ जन करित किया. I need people better than me, I need people younger than me, I need people brighter and who have broader कथ करनुक तरीक या लिखनुक तरीक या समझनुक तरीक. तो मैंने एक ऐसे ही फ्लोटर डाल दिया कि मैं ये करना चाहता हूँ, could you help? Few people volunteered and mashallah we have a core leadership team of about 13 people, mostly females.
That's great.
Mostly females who are telling males what to do. हमारी छोटी सबसे छोटी मेंबर है ज़ारा फारूक. सोचो कहीं में पढ़ा DPSS में से. And I'm going to divulge some information. जब मैंने उनसे बात की सोच बड़ा excited, yes मैं करूँगी, मैं DPS में ये करती हूँ, मैं वो करती हूँ. मैं तो भी चुलाकट बची मेरे मास्टर शुक्र क्योंकि कल को हम इसको पब्लिसाइज करेंगे, हमारा काम पब्लिसाइज करेगा, वो हमें पब्लिसाइज करेगी. आई थिंक हर मॉम विल नॉट ऑब्जेक्ट टू व्हाट आई एम गोना से नाउ. सोच दपान यह से तिस काबिल मे अगर मशवर करुन आसान बहुत तमसी पृछान. तो मैंने कहा माशाल्लाह एक और बहुत काबिल मेंबर मिल गया. सो व्हेन यू हैव एन advisory group, when you have mashallah sophisticated people thinking for you, thinking with you, nothing is impossible.
Actually, with this thing that when we have people who can think and who can act, nothing is impossible. And to disu misal Ms. Bachi, she's in 11th, she's just starting her life, and how wise she is and how active she is. Our own experience, we also, when you were thinking of Kashmir Care Foundation, probably it was the same time when some of us here were thinking of Thinksite, which actually works in the same space with same ideas and with same passion and the ends. I could realize that in remote areas and the students, they have that potential, but realized the potential. Probably the surrounding mediums, the teachers or maybe such schools. So through Kashmir Care and through Thinksite, how do you think this collaboration, this networking can go and actually benefit a wider circle, a wider net of the students who live in different geographies?
Yeah, this is the most strategic thing we have to do. We should have been doing it. We've been thinking about it separately though, right? MashaAllah, I'm so happy that you invited me today. I'm so happy that we're having this conversation. गाड़ी के 4 पहिए होते हैं, गाड़ी में इंजन भी होता है, स्टीयरिंग ते आसान, ट्रांसमिशन ते आसान, पहियों में हवा भी होनी चाहिए, तिलहन ते गैस आसन, ड्राइवर ते गैस आसन, क्लीनर ते गैस आसन, क्लीनर चु कंडक्टर जज. जब 2 गाड़ियां साथ चलेंगी, माशाल्लाह ये तो बहुत आगे चलेंगी इंशाल्लाह. जहां तक आपने कहा कि गांव के बच्चे, मैं आपको एक कॉन्फिडेंस से कह रहा हूं, गांव का बच्चा शहर के बच्चे से बहुत अच्छा है. उसकी गाड़ी के पहियों में हवा डाल दीजिए, ताकि इंजन ते बकार ही पाता. मैं कह रहा हूं अजीज साहब की बात 1970 की, मैं उस टीचर आसा पढ़ना बस नजर था मिस बैठ, वो गांव का बच्चा था. और दूसरी चीज हमने की, जो हमारी ये प्रोग्राम्स हम लॉन्च कर रहे हैं, बाय द वे आपके ज़रिए से मैं कहना चाहता हूँ, एवरी लास्ट संडे ऑफ द मंथ एट 10:30 AM कश्मीर केयर फाउंडेशन विल कम टू यू. वी नीड 1 hour ऑफ योर टाइम, आपके बच्चों के लिए, आप खुद आपके लिए, तो हमसायन खतर, रिश्तेदार खतर. विल टॉक अबाउट समथिंग दैट विल फैसिनेट यू. और वो बात कौन करेंगे?
So remember viewers, 10:30 in the morning every Sunday, once a month. you shouldn't toothah zyada time karn keen, but this 1 hour will be so beneficial to your kids and to you as a family that it will open up new pathways. So mark your timings, mark your date, mark your day, and mark your own schedule. The tam khatar thayu time free kar. And also, if I can take the liberty of announcing here that Kashmir Care Foundation and Thinksite together will have a reach out program also, wherein we will involve the principals of the schools and the chairman of their boards, so that we can reach to a bigger audience and we can go to the deeper spaces. Dr. Sahab, uske baare mein bhi baat karenge, how we will